put that up there and there we go. Look it up. Look at all that. Yep. TikTok likes to make things difficult. All right. Okay, nice. Hey guys, hello, hello, hey guys. Okay, boom, boom. Inviting the homies. Oh man. Kylie, boom, boom. There we go, yeah, that's fine. Oh. Good evening, hey. Yep, I am screen recording this whole live, so this will be available on YouTube. All of it. How are you, Desiree? Oh. That's good. I am so freaking sore right now. We just had this really intense workout at our rock climbing gym that we go to, and I'm pretty beat. I barely mustered up enough energy just to do the eyeliner, the guy liner. So, but yeah, that's good. Quick question though, do you hear the fan in the background? Is it too disturbing? Oh really, Belle? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Hey, if you want to be a guest and tell us that story, um, yeah, feel free to come on. Hold on real quick. Thank you for letting me know, Desiree. Ugh. I got two fans on because it is so freaking hot. So, yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the live. As it says, if you have a story that you'd like to tell, hello Ghost, good to see you again. Or why did I make a TikTok? Good to see you again. Yeah, if you have a story you'd like to tell, click the guest button down below. I would love to have you on. And one more thing too. I am less than 200 followers away from 7,000 followers. So, woo! If you guys can click that follow button and share this, that would be amazing. Yes. Okay. Real quick, yes. All right, cool. All right. Well, should I? I'm doing all right, little Miss Ghost. You changed your TikTok name so many times already. I'm just like, what are they now? But Ghost is amazing, always will be. All right. Well, I'm gonna start off this live with just reading some articles. This one will be about the catacombs in Paris. So, unless you have a story, any of you have a story that you like to tell, be a guest. Click the guest button down below, and it should send me a guest request. Also, right there, be my guest. Yes. My favorite paranormal story? There's a lot. There's a lot that I've heard. Like John Cusack playing cosplay of Chris Angel. Because Chris Angel's awesome, dude. And John Cusack's awesome too, dude. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of paranormal stories. I guess my favorite cryptid story, cryptid legend would be the Jersey Devil. That that's interesting in my opinion. The whole legend behind it, the origins of it, is pretty crazy. Just messing with you for sure, Jay. But welcome, Jay. I'm glad you're here. Timmy, good to see you again, dude. What's up? Thank you for the follow, Jay. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Well, that being said, guys, I'm gonna start reading this article. And once again, if you have a story you'd like to tell, click the guest button down below and join the queue. Yes. All right. The catacombs. Dum dum dum. Drum roll. No drum rolls. For sure, catch fireflies. For sure, get some sleep, December. All right, catacombs, Paris catacombs. Beneath the glittering streets of Paris lies a darker, more somber world, the Paris catacombs. This immense subterranean labyrinth stretches over 200 miles. Hold on real quick, guys. Get rid of never mind. 200 miles, though only a small portion is open to the public. Constructed in the late 18th century as a response to the overflowing cemeteries, the catacombs were originally a solution to a public health crisis. As we all know, the bubonic plague, yep. By 1786, bones from saints, innocents, and other burial grounds were systematically moved into the abandoned limestone quarries of under the city. Catacombs, woo. The transformation of these tunnels into an ossuary wasn't merely practical. It quickly acquired symbolic and cultural weight. And Enlightenment ideals clashed with traditional religious practices. The notion of confronting mortality head-on became increasingly acceptable. Parisians began viewing the ossuary as a meditative space where the line between reverence and morbid fascination blurred. By the 19th century, visits to the catacombs were already becoming a popular pastime for the curious elite. It's always a curious elite, right? The catacombs as cultural obsession. The bones were often arranged with intense care, creating patterns, crosses, and walls of skulls that hinted at an artistic eye behind the grim task. The earliest arrangement work is credited to Louis Etienne Héricart de Thury, who oversaw major renovations between 1810 and 1814. His decisions made the catacombs both navigable and visually striking, embedded an aesthetic logic into a space filled with human remains. These decisions elevated the space from a mere repository of bones into a visual and emotional experience. If you guys like this, click the like button and share this live. Over time, artists, writers, and mystics alike found inspiration in the catacombs. Their haunted corridors were referenced in 19th century Gothic literature and later appeared in visual art, photography, and film. The eerie ambiance and ever-present reminder of unaliving made it a fertile ground for the romantic imagination. Thank you, Timmy. Appreciate it. Even today, modern artists and urban explorers continue to be drawn to the catacombs, not just for their mystery, but for their raw visual power. All right. The architecture of the Paris catacombs reflect a unique union of practicality and symbolism. Originally, they were just stone quarries, abandoned and forgotten beneath the growing city. But after the cemetery crisis of the 18th century, the tunnels became a carefully structured ossuary. I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing that right. The bones of over 6 million people were placed here, forming walls, arches, and columns made entirely of femurs and skulls. The architectural layout was designed to impose order on death. Unlike chaotic mass graves, the catacombs display a reverence of symmetry and proportion. One of the most striking elements is the barrel of bones, a central pillar made entirely from stacked skulls and tibiae. Thank you for the follow, Harland. These arrangements evoke neoclassical emphasis on order, form, and geometric balance, even in the face of death and decay. Okay, let's see. Among the twisted tunnels, the catacombs' countless ghost stories have taken root over the centuries. The most famous legend involves Philibert Asbert, a doorman who disappeared in 1793 while searching for a hidden liqueur cache and was found 11 years later, just feet from an exit. His body was identified by his janitor's key ring, and a plaque now marks the spot of his demise. His story became a symbol of the dangers lurking beneath the city's surface. Other tales speak of shadowy figures, spectral lights, and embodied whispers echoing through the limestone corridors. Those who illegally explore the restricted zones report feelings of unease, sudden temperature drops. What's up, Roger? Sudden temperature drops, and even visions of lost souls. While skeptics chalk these experiences up to low oxygen or over imaginations, the stories persists. It's making my head hurt. Such tales contribute to the Paris catacombs' enduring reputation as one of the world's most haunted places. Oh boy. All right. Whew. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the article. Takes a lot out of my head. Who wants to share a story and be a guest? Or I can tell one of my stories, one of my own personal experiences with the paranormal. Oh God. All right. So, I'm going to share one of my stories then. About the first time I astral projected. I was stationed in Japan when I was in the U.S. Navy, and I was trying to learn how to astral project. I was very Christian at the time, but I wanted to know this art, this craft. So I talked to some of my more pagan-minded friends to get their take on it. And they gave me a technique on how to do it. Excuse me, on how to do it, but I can't remember it because it didn't work for me. But I remember trying that technique, and I'm like, you know what? This is useless. This is pointless. I need to get to bed. I need to get up for work tomorrow early. So, need to sleep. I lay down for about 3 minutes, and out of nowhere, I start feeling my soul leave my body, and I'm floating. I'm like, oh my god, this is really happening. So I'm floating, and I just make it to, I don't make it far at all. Make it to my bedroom's door, and I open my eyes. I see the door, and out of nowhere, a giant shadow hand just grabbed me and threw me right back in my body. I noticed my body just like in third person, just like twitching left and right, and suddenly I'm fully merged, and I look to the left, and I saw, hey Hollywood hippie, I saw a box TV in my room playing nothing but static. I don't have a box TV. And on the right of that TV was this shadow figure just looking at me. Like, you're lucky I'm here. You're not ready to be out there. And finally, I exited the I don't know, the trance state. I was back. I thought it was cool. I'm like, wow, that just happened. I could do it again, right? So I tried it the following night, and it didn't work. And kept trying and just did not work. So it is what it is. Hey Sierra, welcome back. So that's one of my ghost stories. But yeah, if you guys have a story you'd like to tell, click the guest button down below. Would love to have you. Cryptid stories are welcome. UFO stories, alien stories are welcome. Stories of friends or of family members are welcome. So yeah, click the guest button down below. Would love to have you as a guest. Oh. Trying to get comfy here. Can you tell us a short cryptid phenomenon? Could you tell us a short cryptid phenomenon story? I don't have any cryptid phenomenon stories. Thank you, Hollywood hippie. No, for sure, Scorpio Star. I totally would, but I've never had a encounter with the cryptid. My uncle told me this story, actually. I could tell that one. He didn't see it, he only heard it. So, my uncle is a retired truck driver, and this is very short and brief, actually. He told me that he was on his way through Texas to deliver a shipment. I know, for sure, RGO. And I remember asking him, like, do you have any stories on the Chupacabra? And he's like, oh, no, trust me, that thing exists, dude. That thing exists. I go, oh, really, you know? So I remember he told me that on his way of delivering the materials, he stopped by a truck stop, a rest stop, and was turning in for the night. And he said, out of nowhere, no, for sure, Timmy, take care. He said, out of nowhere, he heard this thing just pounce on the roof of his truck, and then just dash. And immediately he thought of the Chupacabra. But that's just it right there. That's just it. So I never experienced any phenomenon of cryptids, but yeah. I can't even think of any other stories that my friends have told me or family members. So thank you for the follow, Lawana. So yeah, I've seen a UFO very briefly once. I was on a walk with one of my friends at the suburban neighborhood that I lived in, and I looked to the right in the distance. I saw like this ball of light just flash and then just like dash, just dash in the sky out of sight. So that's my brief UFO story. But yeah, no, that's just it right there regarding cryptids. A lot of people have Jersey Devil stories that are from the East Coast, but yeah, that's just none come to mind, unfortunately. So there we go.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. For sure, Lawana.
How are you tonight, Vic?
I am. I am all right. I am so
You're
tired right
sore.
now. I am so.
Let's
freaking
relax.
tired. Yeah, I'm like reading these articles is already like draining a lot out of me. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
All right. All right. Well, I'm here to tell you about UFOs a little bit. So my first experience, I was in Saratoga with my dad, and we were in a little town called Chestertown, and we were on our way back, and it was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and I said, "Dad, look at the sky. There's a UFO," and he saw it too. He was trying to keep calm, but I could see he was like getting nervous. And then we ended up back into Saratoga where we were, because like I said, we were like 45 minutes away. And he took me to this store. It's like a 7-Eleven. It's called Stewart's. To calm his nerves down, he went to get an adult beverage and some cancer sticks. And he went to get me ice cream. And I remember seeing alien glow-in-the-dark lollipops for the first time.
yeah.
Never seen them in my life. So I was like, oh my God, was this a sign? Like, and I'm 8 years old, and I'm like, was this a sign that we've just really seen a UFO? Like, what the heck? And then it reminded me of this show, Unsolved Mysteries, I used to watch. And the guy said he saw a UFO, and he felt like he was abducted. And he, like the next summer or something, he was in the army, and he saw like a book about UFOs, and it brought him back to that memory. So mind you, I'm 8 years old, so like now I'm really freaking out, like, oh my God, this is a sign, like all this other stuff. And then later on in life, I swore I was going to take a shower. I just came home from somewhere, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I swore I seen a UFO out the window. Like, I know what I saw, and I was like, I wasn't under the influence or anything. And I think I was abducted a few times. Like, I have some experiences where, like, I can't remember what happened. Well, like, I just know there was something wrong. Like, one night I'm dreaming. I wasn't dreaming. I was awake, but I was, like, sleeping. And I saw my cat, Tigger, looking down at me like they were letting me out of the spaceship. I can't explain it. And I was looking down at Tigger, and Tigger was really laying on me. And, like, I went back into my body, and then I heard, like, it sounded like something on this, like, the roof of the house, like, walking across the roof. It was really scary. So, yeah, that's my UFO stories. And, like I said last night, I seen an alien in my room, a brown one, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's scary. I don't know. I know they're definitely real. And I had missing time, too, twice. So, yeah.
No, for sure.
I was outside one morning. I was outside one evening, and I heard my grandmother screaming for me. And I'm like, what is the problem? I'm right there. I just went on the side of the house. I'm right here. She's like, Desiree, you were missing for 45 minutes. I said, what? And she's like, never mind. And she, like, just dropped it, you know? So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's those are my UFO stories. I don't know. And yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick. And thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for always being here. I appreciate your support, really.
Aw, thank you.
Mhm.
Same. Real quick before I
Yeah.
forget, I was telling my husband tonight about the CI hospital. And remember, he's from Guyana. He's only been here for like 3 or 4. No, he's been here for 4 years now.
Yeah.
So like, he said he knows that hospital. Like when he went there, he said he always felt like there was something there because like there's condos there now and stuff. He said, but he could tell there was like a negative energy from looking at that place. He's like, I could tell.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that with you.
No, for sure.
All right, thank you. And once again, have a nice trip. And yes, I'll be listening now. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right. Up next, we have Santos. You are up. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. Thank you for being here, Emily. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah,
Real quick, Santos. I know you're over 18, but per TikTok guidelines,
Yeah.
everyone that's new here, I need to ask them their age when they're being guests. So, how old are you?
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'm 33.
Perfect. Try not to cuss
Yeah.
like FDFF. It's okay to swear here and there, and try not to get too fanatical. It's okay to have religion in your story, but not to a point to where it's preachy. That being said,
Oh, yeah.
it's all you.
Okay, cool. All right, so actually, I have a couple. I mean, I'll probably just like share one here, just because I don't want to, hold up everything. But actually, a lot of them happened in a place that I lived back in like 2009. The house that we stayed in was actually at that time built in '62,
Mm-hmm.
so it was fairly old. But yeah, so there was one, and I'm in Arizona, which is important to the story. So there was one day when me and my younger brother, this was my sophomore year of high school, we were coming back from school, and my older sister, who went to the same school, it was her senior year, so she had like a free period, or she either had the free period or had the option to leave school early, like get off earlier. So that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
And I'm walking home, and this was a hot day because this was like the last couple weeks of school, and in Arizona. So at that point, we were like 115 degrees plus. So I'm coming home with my younger brother, and we're talking, and we see somebody like sitting on the curb outside of our house, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, who the heck is that? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But as we get closer, we see that it's my sister. So I'm like, what in the world? Like, my older sister, the one who has already finished her school day. And mind you, our walk home is maybe about 15, 20 minutes. So it's not bad, but for Arizona heat, that's a lot of time. So what we went ahead and did is when we saw her, I came up to her, I'm like, hey, Vera, what are you doing? And she is drenched in sweat. So by the time that she saw us, maybe like 5 or 6 yards down, she gets up, she starts like power walking towards us. I'm like, what are you doing, And she's like, I went into the kitchen, I made myself a sandwich and got like a soda. And she's like, I went into the living room, went to sit down, and all of the doors of our bedrooms, because like it was like a U shape, my sister's room, my room, and my older sister's room. She's like, all of them flew open at the same time.
Ooh.
And her stereo turned on. And then she's like, so I ran out the house. So I'm like, what? She's like, yes. She's like, all the doors flew open and the stereo in my room turned on. And she's like, and I wasn't going to stay in there. So I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, she's got to be BSing, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, it was probably a draft. At least that'd be the first thing that comes to your mind. But when there's no windows, again, it's a U shape. So for a draft to open them all at once, even if it is a really strong one, that'd be pretty intense.
Yeah.
But she's like, yeah, they all open. So I go in there, I'm like, okay. And I go through the front door. Sure enough, I hear music playing. So I'm like, okay. And then I see that the plate is on the floor broken. with like a hardened sandwich, you know, because the bread, you know, has been exposed to the air for forever now by this point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the heck? So I go and I turn off her stereo, and I look, and then behind all our doors, like, you know, if you throw it open hard enough, the handle, it'll dent the wall behind it. So all of them were like that. And I was like, dude, no way. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, there's a couple possibilities. She might have really experienced this, or she just broke one of my mom's like really good plates, dented all the doors or dented all the walls behind the doors for like a mediocre prank.
Yeah.
You know, or there's a possibility that it actually happened. So I was like, and on top of that, and she sat outside and waited for the longest, you know, just for a half decent prank.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, holy crap, dude. And she was shooken up. She just never, like, after that, when she got out of school, like the following year, or like she would come to visit, she would always make sure someone's home.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, because I'm not going to be in there alone.
Yeah,
So
no kidding.
I was like, wow, dude. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, thank you for sharing, Santos. You're more than welcome to keep sharing stories if you like. There's nobody in the queue. So.
Oh, okay, well, cool. Well, I do have, like, there's a couple. There is another one that I would share. So, again, it's in the same house. Again, really, really old. Well, not really old, but, you know, it was older for the time. So, that room, we converted the back room in the garage, which was like a laundry room, because it was massive. So, we converted it into a bedroom, which I stayed in after my older sister and my older brother moved out. So I moved back there, and there was one night, because I like to sleep in like pitch black. So
yeah.
There was one night, all that I had was just like my stereo light on, and I'm sleeping, and I just start hearing like this really faint breathing next to me, like over me, but like over my ear, because I'm sleeping on my stomach, my face is to the side, but I hear it in my ear, and I'm like, what the heck? And so I'm thinking I'm sleeping, so I'm sitting there for a little bit, making sure that I'm awake, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm up. So I went to turn over, and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, dude, I can't move. Like my entire body, it was like it was stiff, right? And I was like, oh my God, man. And then so finally, after maybe like 3 or 4 minutes of just like laying there, like my eyes open, I can move my eyes, couldn't say anything. So I was like, okay, I don't think this is paralysis, because sleep paralysis, you can't, at least as far as I know, I might be wrong, maybe wrong. I don't know whether or not you can open your eyes, but I was like, I don't know. But either way, this is really weird, because this has never happened. So finally, after some time, I was able to flip over on my side, or onto my back, and run across the room, which is where I had maybe like 6 or 7 feet away, which was really odd to have, you know, my light there, but it was above the washer and dryer. So I was able to do that. And needless to say, after that, I had never slept with like the light just like straight off anymore.
Uh-huh.
But, and even more strange than that is that was the first and only time I had ever experienced anything that might have been similar to sleep paralysis in any way. Mm-hmm. Literally the only time in my life. So, really weird.
No, for sure, man. Well, thank you for sharing that. I've had some experiences too, like, in my opinion, you know, until proven, of course,
yeah.
I think there is something connected to sleep paralysis with the other side.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I do too.
I know other people think otherwise,
Yeah.
so that's okay, you know. But yeah, no, I have my own experiences as well. I have plenty of experiences with sleep paralysis. Jesus. But
yeah.
all right, well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for contributing.
Yeah.
Quick question before you go.
Yeah.
This is being screen recorded. Are you okay with this story being on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, that's cool.
For sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care.
All right, well, you have a good night.
You too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Santos. That was great. I appreciate that. Appreciate your contribution. Anyway, who wants to hear some sleep paralysis stories? Oop, got someone in the queue. Badminton 33. Hello.
I had a sleep paralysis story when
Real quick,
I was
real quick. How old are you?
26.
Perfect. Are you okay with this story being recorded screen recorded and put on YouTube?
I don't mind.
For sure. Try not to cuss like effity FF. It's okay to have religion in your story, but not to a point to where it's preachy. That being said, it's all you.
I had a sleep paralysis episode when I was sleeping downstairs in the living room, and my sister had a quinceanera,
Mm-hmm.
and so we went to downtown, and she had a photo shoot in her blue dress, right? It was a rental,
Mm-hmm.
which matters later in the story. So I was like maybe 21 or 22, so the quinceanera was years ago at that point, and I was sleeping, and then I woke up, but I couldn't move. It was really creepy, and it was way darker than usual for some reason.
Yeah.
And then at the very top of the stairs, like, there's a little space where you can look on the balcony, I guess. My sister was there, but she had, like, really scary eyes, like demon eyes, or you know what snakes have? Snake
Yeah.
eyes. She had, like, snake eyes or demon eyes, and it basically said, "My name is Sarah," and I don't know a Sarah. Besides my cousin, who looks completely different from my sister. It looked just like my sister, so it was really creepy. And it just looked at me for a second with those creepy snake eyes, and then it disappeared. And I woke up, and sometimes when I looked at the painting of my sister in the quinceanera dress, I got a creepy feeling. There are two pictures of her in a quinceanera dress, a blue dress, and I always got a creepy feeling from looking at those pictures because the demon looked just like my sister.
Yeah.
And that's basically my story. That's it.
No, for sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, dude. All right.
You're welcome.
Take it. All right. For sure, Sierra. No rush. All right, guys. Yeah, no, sleep paralysis stories are welcome here. They are welcome. All right. We all experience something through sleep paralysis. I've never seen anything through my sleep paralysis experiences, but I've heard things during them. There was this one time. My girlfriend and I, we went to a goth night in LA. Penny, if you want to talk about it, feel free to be a guest. Yeah. This one time we were staying in LA. We went to a goth night and came back. We were staying in a Hotel 6, funny enough. And, you know, got our makeup off and hit the hay. And I remember, like, I did fall asleep, but my eyes were able to open, but my body was just, like, frozen. I couldn't move, you know? But I started hearing this laughing on the right side of my right side next to the nightstand, and it sounded like something like a gnome or freaking what do you call them? Imp. It was like an imp that made some like snarling noises, like you know. And I'm hearing this on the right side of my right side. I'm just like, all right. Mm-hmm. And finally, I'm able to move. I'm like, okay, nothing's here. That's one of my stories. So, yeah. If any of you have a story you'd like to share, click the guest button down below. Would love to have you on as a guest. What is this? Oh. Oh yeah, no kidding, Nina. No kidding. Yeah. This incident happened last year. It was in this room. My bed is legit right here. I was trying to fall asleep, and I did sleep, and out of nowhere, whatever this thing was, it grabbed me and like pulled me right here, like flipped me over right here, in the air. I couldn't see him, but by this point in my life, I'm just like, oh, good, another sleep paralysis entity. So I'm just like, yeah, what are you gonna do, huh? And it just gave me like the most Keanu response ever. And it was just like, yeah. And then it threw me right back in. You're giving Ezra Miller vibes. Ugh, don't say that, bro. Come on. Do you get attachments? No, not really. No. My all my paranormal events are like for sure paranormal. Hey Sean, good to see you. This house was built in the 70s. This is a triplex. All of my paranormal incidents, they're all very scattered, very separate, very scattered as far as time. None of them are like consistent enough to be like considered something as attached to me or haunted, or I'm haunted, or the house is like, I know the house is haunted, but it's not negative though. So, but yeah, I have another sleep paralysis experience. That was after my first time I've actually been assaulted by an invisible force. So, by a dark entity. If you guys want to hear that, let me know. Yes. It's going all right tonight, Sean. It's being recorded. Sean, Penny, you are up. Yeah, no, for sure. I'll tell that one after Penny. Hey, Penny.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing to the live. Are you okay with your story being on YouTube?
Oh yes, it's fine.
Perfect. Of course, I gotta ask this question. I know you're over 18, but TikTok for new
Yes,
people.
I am.
How old are you?
I'm 50.
Thank you. You've heard the rules. Go for it.
Okay, well, this happened yesterday morning, actually. Okay, so I woke up about 6:30 in the morning, and that was too early for me. So when I do that, I put on my Bible app, and I was listening to Romans, and I put my headphones on. I was just closing my eyes, and I actually didn't think I fell asleep, but I obviously did. So I'm in this room. It was a bright room, and it was like we were in church or something, and I was just sitting there, and there were other people there. But there's this young kid, like if he was preaching, he was standing on a podium or whatever, but there's nothing in front of him. He was just standing there, and I think the whatever I was listening to, whatever the verses were, he was like saying them.
Mm-hmm.
But his mouth wasn't moving. But I'm hearing it. And the next thing I know, he's like coming toward me, right to me. And all of a sudden, he was like this young kid, like in his 20s with brown hair, not a bad looking guy. But then all of a sudden, he turned really demonic looking. Mm-hmm. And his eyes turned white. And he's got his hand reaching out toward me, and I'm backing up. Because I feel like, okay, if he touches me, then whatever demon this is, it's going to get inside me. So I kept backing up until I couldn't go anymore. I couldn't move. And then when he went to touch my shoulder, I felt this really weird, like, jolt. And I felt like it was an awful feeling. It almost kind of hurt. And I couldn't scream, I couldn't yell, I couldn't do nothing. But I'm inside my mind, I'm thinking, say Jesus Christ, say something. So I'm like, I said Jesus, but it wasn't coming out. And then I said, I love Jesus. And I said it like 3 times, and I could feel my teeth gritting and like the words going past my teeth, but it was like my teeth were clenched. and I could feel the breath going through my teeth as I'm saying, I love Jesus Christ, you know. And I said it 3 times, and I finally woke up, and I didn't even know what I experienced. I'm old. I've never experienced that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it was horrible, though. It really was. I was like, I've heard other people going through that. I never have. So I've heard people say, like, people who are into witchcraft can come in and, you know, affect you. So they're always saying, be careful what you say on TikTok, because you don't know, you know, who's going to put, you know, their little spells on you or whatever. I don't even know. But anyway, yeah, I was definitely praying and that yesterday morning and handing it over to God, because that was horrible. I feel sorry for anybody who does that. It's not good. So I'm asking other people, like, you know, on a spiritual level, what does that mean? You know, is a demon affecting me, or I don't know. But it is a real thing, and people do go through it.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It happens from time to time. It does.
Yeah.
When I was Christian, it happened quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot?
A lot. Yeah.
I was born and raised in a Christian home, and I've never had that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
It happened
I
when I
don't
was in
know.
Japan too, when I was on my Navy ship. So yeah, but I'll get to that when there's a moment. I know.
Yeah.
I know, Danielle. I know. I'm pagan too. Don't worry. I practice craft. But yeah, no, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. Really, you're fine.
Well, our whole lives, my husband too, we have attracted spirits, and he's in the military, and we've had a lot of different experiences that happen,
Mhm.
like in the military housing. We've had, I could tell you stories.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
just so many different things that happen. My husband didn't believe in, you know, seeing spirits.
Mhm.
But even the Bible speaks of ghosts, you know. But anyway, he's seen one in the housing where we lived, and he's a believer now. So, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. No,
that's all for right now.
No,
I
you're
just
so
wanted
good,
to tell
Jenny, you're so
that
good.
I heard that other story, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah. No,
I have to
military
tell this one.
military installations are just like bad energy. They just are. As a
Yeah.
veteran, they are. Right?
Yeah, they are. We kept smelling cigarette smoke.
Oh,
Before-
call them cancer sticks if you can, because
Yeah.
TikTok's sensitive about that.
Oh
It
yeah, I
is.
forgot about that. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I was just trying to be mindful of what I said.
Mhm.
But I was wondering why he said cancer on the last story. But yeah, but we had my husband had this old lady staring at him from the bathroom,
Mhm.
just standing in the bathroom. Turned around and looked right at him. And he's like screaming for me because he had just had surgery. I go running up there, and he's telling me this lady dressed in old time clothing was looking at him. So anyway, I'm glad it did happen though, because I would always he didn't always believe all these things that were happening that we would go through. He wouldn't believe it.
Mhm.
But anyway, but he does now. So
Quick question.
anyway, that's it. Oh,
Quick question. Would you be okay if one of my one of the guests here comes in and like puts her input into it?
sure.
Okay.
I would love
Yeah.
that.
Scorpio Star, feel free to. Yeah. There we go. Boom. There we go.
Hello. It just made me think of something. So, when I was working one time, one of my coworkers told me for no apparent reason, he started talking to me. And he's like, oh, when I was a kid, when I used to go to church, I used to see demons scratching on the windows outside the church. And I don't know why that story just came to my head. And I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to tell you that.
That makes sense. They're trying to get. They can't go in. But I've heard stories of people going to church, and it was on getting rid of the demons that, because we all have them. They follow everybody. Everybody has the demons that will put things in your mind, and when you start thinking about something that will open up, like say you see a pretty lady, the demons will work with that and get you to think even more, to take you down a lustful area or whatever, but anyway, so this church was on this, and I don't know if you guys ever watched, her name's Dakota, and she's seen spirits and angels and things like that, and she's got some stories, but she said that when she was there, demons were like flying out of these people and leaving the church. Just the pastor just talking about how to deliver yourself from demons. And she said it was pretty funny though, watching all these demons flying out of all these different people. So, I mean, we're definitely affected, and there's good angels and there's bad ones. And yeah, I pray every morning. And obviously I didn't pray yesterday or the day before, which is why I started listening to my Bible app. But usually I pray protection over me. And,
yeah, it could be somebody in your church too. Like maybe somebody in your church could have sent you something negative too, because people in church, they're not always nice like people.
Well, you're certainly right about that. That's very true.
Yeah,
you do. Yeah, we all have to be careful, but
yeah, just be careful.
Sure.
Just put protection on yourself and just be careful. And it could be something related to your house too.
Yeah, actually, what's funny is I had my grandkids over, and my granddaughter brought over one of those Lubus. Am I saying that right? The Lubus?
Yeah, those things they claim they're demonic. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of them.
Yeah, I know they did claim it, and I told her that. I was like, they say those are demonic. I don't know if I want that in my house. And she's like, oh, Nana, it's not demonic. And then this happens. And then I have one of those things. So it could be. I mean, I don't know. But
yeah,
I'm definitely telling her mom when she gets here. So if anything happens to them at their house, then also it's that Lubu thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's something maybe in the house, period. Maybe somebody passed away there. You don't know. Maybe an old man or something passed in there.
Yeah.
Unalived, I'm sorry.
No, that's what my father just passed away. But I don't think he's a demon. I actually think
No.
Oh, what? I mean the other spirits that are going on in here? Yeah,
it could be, I don't know. I just picked up like an old man energy, but it's funny you just said your father passed away, so that's interesting. Yeah. I am a medium, by the way. It's just hard for me to pick up energy.
Okay. Yeah, I had a teacup just like maybe a month ago. I have a hutch, and I keep my tea in my teapots and teacups, and I went to go get one, and I'm looking for I usually have these covers, or a coaster is what you would call them, or koozie, that it goes around the tea to keep them warm, so that when you're having it. Well, anyway, I'm looking at the teapot, but then I'm looking at the teacups to see which one I want, and one of my teacups literally slides about an inch toward me, and I just kind of look at it, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to panic, and then it does it again, about another inch toward me, and I'm like, okay, and I just shut the door, and I just kind of calmly walk away. But we're always having things like that happen, not at this house, but it doesn't scare me when things like that happen, because we all share this space. So
yes, we do.
Since you said that, I was thinking, maybe that's, this house is kind of new. We're only the second people to live in this one.
Oh, that doesn't matter. It could be the property. People don't realize that my house was built by my family, and this house is haunted. Well, it was haunted a long time ago with a lot of crazy energy, and this house is built, so that doesn't mean anything. Let me put it to you like this, everyone. I could unalive in California, right? And I could have never been to New York a day in my life, and I will go haunt a piece of property because I don't know. That's just how the spiritual realm works. People don't realize that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Spirits seek
Yeah,
shelter
people
too,
don't like that.
So
Yeah.
spirits seek shelter too. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all kinds.
But-
So.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. All right.
you.
Thank you for letting me come on
Of
again.
course.
Well, thank you for coming on here, and thank you for having me too. I appreciate it.
Of course. You guys
Yes,
have a wonderful
thank you.
night.
Bye.
All right. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, yeah, guys. Thank you guys for contributing to that. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, if you guys have any, the queue is empty. If you guys have a story you want to share, just click the guest button down below. Would love to have you on. Or we can hear about my Navy story that I repeat on and on and on again. Oh, jeez. All right. Heard it. Like to. Okay, no, for sure, Santos. So, once again, so you need to tell it every night for sure. I love my husband 2000. I will get to you after this story, okay? We have plenty of time, don't worry. So, once again, I was in the U.S. Navy. For sure. And every rank from E4 and below, from every enlisted rank 1, 4 and below, are all thrown into this rotation to help the cooks out. No problem, no problem. Love my husband. So it was my turn to help the cooks out, and the cooks go through a lot. They go through a lot in every branch of the military. And yes, it is a military job, so enlisted members are helping, cooking, believe it or not. A lot of them aren't the best cooks, to be honest. Anyway, civilian food was always better. But anyway, so I got lucky enough to be picked to help out in the officer ward. And there's only like a handful of officers compared to the amount of enlisted that are on board. So this is like, yeah, this is way better. So my only responsibilities were to make sure maintain the passageways, the hallways, just to make sure they're clean and pristine, all that stuff. Make sure that their bedrooms are nice, tidy whitey, all that stuff, you know, spiffy. So, obviously help cook and wash dishes, all that stuff. So it's during that time of year where people are visiting their families. And it's my duty day. So I go in and I relieve the guy that was on duty the day before. And he gives me the master key card to all the officer rooms, bedrooms, offices. And he goes, "Have fun, bro. There ain't no one here. There ain't no one gonna be here. Just you." Cool. We have a skeleton crew on the ship, so perfect. There's no Marines on board either, and no Marine officers. So what do? I go into the Marine executive officer's bedroom, and oh my God, it is this hotel room compared to what us enlisted slept in. Just expansive, elbow room, a nice comfy bed. It was nice. So, it's still early in the morning. I'm tired. So I took off my gear. So, as I'm laying down, trying to relax, I start hearing what sounds like chatter in the hallways. And I'm thinking, it sounds like two people going over like blueprints or something, plans, whatever. So I'm like, Okay, sleep on that bed. You'll hear. You'll see. You'll see. So I'm just like, okay, no one should be here. So I put my gear back on and went to go check the hallways for those two people. And I figure, just tell them, you guys can't be here. You guys need to leave. So as I'm inspecting, I do multiple laps. There's nobody there. I figured they probably left. Okay, perfect. There's no one here. So I go back to the bedroom and lay down again. It's a comfy bed, by the way. I start hearing that same chatter again, but this time it sounds a lot closer. It sounds like it's coming from the room right next to me, which is the Marine commanding officer's bedroom. So, just for context, rank structure wise, commanding officer, person below the president of the United States. If I'm caught in these bedrooms, laying down, lounging, relaxing, my career's over. So I'm already like sweating already, like, okay, this is, put my gear back on, and I put the key card in the slot for the Marine executive officer's bedroom. I open it, and it is pitch black. There is nobody there. Okay, all right. This is a bit weird. So I go back into the bedroom, and I figure, you know what? This is all probably coming from below decks, and I'm hearing this all through the vents. That makes sense. I lay down, and the next moment, let me say this real quick. I'm not a medium. I'm not clairvoyant. I'm not clairaudient. I don't see or hear any kind of spirits. Clear as day, I hear this voice on the right side of my ear. It says these words: 2 little girls. How many of you have seen The Grudge or The Ring? Sound off right now. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. At the foot of the bed appeared what to be twin girls resembling Samara from The Ring. Both of them had messy, bushy hair in front of their faces. You couldn't see it, couldn't see them. Their skin was pale, blue-gray, cracked on a live skin. And they're both wearing maroon-colored dresses. This color. I blink, now they're chest level to me, and they both at the same time start choking me. Hey honeybee, good to see you again. I am terrified, beyond terrified. Terrified is an understatement. So I barely muster up enough energy just to yell out, "Leave me alone." The next moment, they're gone. I'm sweating bullets. All right. Just a dream. Just a dream. Makes sense. Put my head back down, and not even a moment later, that same voice from earlier said my name. I got up, put my gear back on, and I left. I booked it out of that bedroom. Never again. Never again went back to that room. That's my story. That's the only time really in my life I've seen something on the other side of the veil. Honeybee, welcome back. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing great. Hey Groom of Doom, good to see you again. Timmy, good to see you again too. But that's my story. But what I would give to be a fly on the wall and see what you saw. No, dude. I used to be a bit like that. I used to really want to see them. But yeah, exactly. It only takes once, Timmy. But after seeing them though, like that, and seeing like, I understand there's good ones out there, but what some of the bad ones can do. Thank you, Honeybee. I appreciate the roses. It's terrifying, and I'm glad that I have my arrangement of sight. You know, I'm just like, you know what? This is all I see right here, nothing in between. I'm pretty sure there's something in between here, but this is all I see. And I'm thankful for that. You know? So yeah, that's my story. Alright. I love my husband 2000. Welcome back. Hey Sierra, good to see you again. Hey, welcome back.
Hey, what up, what up?
Well, you know the rules. It's all you.
Alright, so this story is going to take place back in 23 when I was in foster care in a foster home in Topeka, Kansas. It's called Trails Independent Living. So how it's set up is you have a actual like house, like 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom. You had a kitchen and a living room, and like a little like dining room area if you wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
So my room is in the very back, and my roommate was gone for I think about a week. I think this was around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this was Thanksgiving because everybody was gone on Thanksgiving, and this was when I first got there. So everybody was gone but me and one other guy on our campus. So it's night and everything, and this is like the day before Thanksgiving. I heard a person, like I locked my door and everything, believe this. And like I thought I heard someone in my house saying, hello, was anybody there? And I'm like, wait, what? My door is locked. And then I hear something slam in my kitchen. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? So I'm like freaking out. And I'm like over here like, there is no way that someone's in my house. But I also made the stupid decision of saying, hello?
Mm-hmm.
Out loud. So like, oh, it could have been really bad if someone was actually in there. Well, I decided to be brave. I get my pocket knife that I had. And, like, mind this, like, I was, like, 17, too, so I wasn't, like, thinking, what if someone chose a gun instead? Well,
Say pew, please. Don't say GUN. TikTok doesn't like
sorry.
that. You're good. You're so good. So good. Just for future reference.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that some of the violations on here.
Yeah. Pretend you're telling the story in the vocabulary of a, kindergartner. I hate to say it like that, but that's just how it is.
Alright, I got you. Okay, well, so I go out into the hallway and I turn the corner, and it's by my roommate's room. I still don't see anybody. I turn on the light. I don't hear anything shuffling. So I go into the living room. Nobody's there. I go into the dining room. Nobody's there. Same with the kitchen. Nobody's there. Both doors locked. Like, I'm over here, like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then I look on, like, the floor, and there is a pizza pan on my floor. And I'm like, how'd this even get here? It was put in the cabinet. And the cabinet was shut. And the cabinet was still shut. So I'm over here like, this is so weird. Well, a few months go by. Hold on. I think my husband's home, sorry.
You good?
I heard footsteps. That kind of freaked me out for a second. I was like, oh no. Well, a few months go by. It's like January. I started having like really, really, really bad dreams lately, so I put a dream catcher up in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And the same night that I put the dream catcher up, it fell down. Like on my head, because it was like right above my bed. Like it fell on my head. Like it wasn't really heavy. And I'm over here like, how did it do that? Like I nailed that thing to the wall. So I'm over here like, that's kind of weird. And then I look at the corner of my bedroom and I see like this shadowy figure just standing there, and I'm over here like, oh my god. So I'm like freaking out because I really, like, it's like late at night and I'm like freaking out. I just wake up, so I'm over here like, oh my god. And this time my roommate is home at this time. So I yell, Kimber, which is like her name at the time. Oh, still is. And she comes running into my room. And was like, what's going on? And I'm like, don't you see that shadow? She's like, what shadow? And then she looks behind her and she sees it.
Ooh.
And immediately backs away. It was like, what the heck? So we dart out of there, dart to the living room, sit on the couch, had all the lights on in the house except for my bedroom. And we just stayed in the living room till morning. Went back in my room. And, well, nothing was really there. Nothing was really, like, moved or anything. Except for my bed, which I was on. It was just, like, the weirdest, like, experience. I don't know if that was the thing that was in my house months before. But I feel like it might have been. I think it was, like, a peaceful but playful spirit, though, because, like, it never caused harm. It just, like, to spook you.
No, for sure.
Freak you out.
That makes sense. They can do that. They can.
Likes play jokes on us, I think.
Yeah, when we first moved into our place here, so this was funny. My girlfriend got me this Lost Boys t-shirt. And
Oh.
yeah, got me this Lost Boys t-shirt. I loved it. You know, it's still in my closet. And only got me one, of course. Just one. There's no need for two. We move in here in 2020, and as we're unpacking, you know, we unpacked everything. And we saw a copy of that Lost Boys t-shirt in the closet.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, this is weird. What? I'm confused. You know, I'm like, you didn't get me two, right? She goes, no, just got you the one. I'm like, oh, okay. Interesting. And keep in mind, she got the t-shirt for me like a couple of years ago, a couple of years back. So, that and the entity, the spirit knocked over our shoe rack.
Oh, no.
Randomly one night and knocked on our bathroom door. It's right here. This is when we barely first moved in, and you know, since then it's been chill. You know, the only thing that still happens ish, really. I say ish because it's not really it's not really negative, but nights where I can't sleep and I go to the front room, the hallway's on the corner of my eye here, and I'm just sitting on the couch just scrolling TikTok. At the corner of my eye, I start seeing what looks like a shadowy figure just like peering at me, looking at me. And then when I look back, it just retreats back into the hallway. And then I go back to my phone and I see it creeping. And I look back, it knows where I'm going to look back. It's funny. So, call it like the peeker, yeah. And I told my girlfriend about this already, and I've done research on what these things are, and they say the more you acknowledge it, it gets close. It gets like it shows itself more so, and to a point to where it can, whatever its intentions are, can potentially put you in a sleep paralysis episode with it fully revealing itself. And I've never read any positive experiences acknowledging these peepers. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Not good. So you gotta stop looking at that thing.
I'm just like, just like that. That's it. But yeah, it only really peeps at me whenever I'm in the hallway. Excuse me, in the living room. So, but yeah, that's all that's really happened here, supernatural wise. So.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, thank you for being here. If you want to DM me that story, I'd be more than happy to narrate it too. So.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll have a lot
no
more
pressure.
time
You
now.
don't have to if you don't want to. I know it takes a lot of time to type all that out. I know.
Yeah.
So. Anyway,
Well, I will definitely hit you up later.
Take care.
All right. See ya.
All right. I've heard knocking and something tipped over the small side table one night. Legs were. Oh, thank you, Auntie Cots. Welcome back. Thank you for sharing the live. No problem, Omartine. The legs were facing up. Oh, interesting. Side of the small table. Well, I've told most of my crazy stories already. Or I'm at work, or if help out more. For sure, Auntie Cats. Just thank you for being here. No, for sure, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, peepers. I'm sure a lot of people experience them. They don't always go out of their way and attack you. They don't. Just a lot of the stories that I've read and heard, of course. But yeah, I trust my spirit guide team, and I know that they're helping me. They're helping me with my path. Sierra, I don't think I saw your comments. Let me scroll back up. Is it regarding your phone, Sierra? Oh, well, go ahead and retype it. I'm so sorry. It's just a lot's going on my side. And ADHD. Yep. Yeah, feel free to retype it. Let's see. Alright. Well, there's no one in the queue, guys. So if you guys have a story you'd like to tell, hop on, and I would love to have you on. It is 4th of July is over, guys. It's spooky season, all right? I don't care what people say. So, yeah. Oh, real quick. You and the other person reminded me of it. Haha. Oh, okay. Yeah, go and if you want to be a guest, Sierra, click the guest button below. I'd love to have you on. No, for sure, Kika. I love your Vampira picture. Kika, yep. Let's see. Vocal fry. Okay. Well, we have 40 minutes left of the live, so I don't know. I do have one last one before dinner, but request button not working. I could invite you, Santos, if you like. Let's see. My brain goes all over the place daily. There we go. Welcome back.
All right. Sorry, I figured. Hey, so I figured I'd go ahead and share it too before I go ahead and eat here. But same house that I mentioned earlier. This was actually for the night of the release for Halo 3.
Yeah.
So me and my siblings were super excited for this.
Oh yeah,
I remember it was pretty awesome. Yeah, so it was bad. I was like, oh heck yeah, we finally got it. My brother took off from work and everything, so it was really cool. But yeah, a little bit of context on us too. We're the type of family that if we don't mess with you a little bit, then there's a problem. It's kind of how we express how we love each other. But yeah, so I'm getting ready. Everybody is hyper focused on trying to get everything set up, to get the game going, taking a look at the maps and stuff. I'm getting out the shower and I have to cross through the front room, which is where everyone was, go through the kitchen to the garage, which was my bedroom at the time. So I'm going there, and as soon as I open my bedroom door, and it's a sliding door, because again, it was that. But I open the door, and immediately the first thing is a really strong, back smell. But that kind of got overshadowed pretty quickly because, and this was at the time when I really just started studying and getting into my faith now with Christianity. But yeah, and I noticed that I had this small wooden cross that leaned up against my shelf, and it was upside down. And I was like, dude, no. Everybody had their limit. There are certain things you don't make fun of, and we kind of respected that, nobody made fun of, you didn't really cross a boundary that, everyone kind of had, and you had to feel it out, and you would learn, and then you just don't, cross that. So I go back in the house, and I go straight to the living room. I'm like, dude, who was in my room? Right? At first I wanted to blurt it out, who was messing with stuff in my room, but I didn't want one of them to take credit for it. I kind of wanted them to know what I was talking about. So nobody's paying attention. And they're like, yeah, no, nobody really did anything. So I'm like, who was in my room? Finally, my older brother-in-law did. Nobody was in your room.
Santos, real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I hear a lot of crunching in the background.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Here, let me move it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, and I was like, okay, so he finally acknowledges me. He's like, dude, nobody was in your room. I'm like, no, clearly somebody was. Who was in my room? And I'm sitting there, I'm getting upset. And this goes on for maybe about 5 minutes. Finally, my mom comes out. She's like, what's going on? My younger sister, she's like, dude, nobody was back in your room. So it was just really strange to me. To this very day, I'm like, is there a possibility that somebody was messing with my stuff? Yeah, because I'm not one to just jump straight to conclusions like that. Oh my God, there's something paranormal. I like to kind of suss everything out first. But at the same time, I was like, that really strong smell was really strange. I had to think back on it, and then remembering that, because it only lasted for it only had my attention for a fraction of a second before I looked at my bookshelf for a random reason. But I was like, holy crap, dude. And again, somebody usually gives themselves away. They'll laugh about it, or they'll start mocking you or making fun of you, but no one did that, So I was just like, that on top of the fact that it was a really hard boundary for me, don't cross this. Like, you can make fun of anything else. That's how we always, have been. That's how we always, were. But that was like my, just don't mess with this. There are certain things I don't mess with them as well. But that was like something I was like, it was really strange. To this very day, I'm still like, it could have been somebody messing with it, just didn't fess up to it. But at the same time, everybody was hyper focused. We were waiting on this game for forever. So not exactly the ideal time to go and pull a prank like that. But yeah, it was pretty nuts.
No, for sure, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You're always welcome here, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I saw your channel. I was like, dude, I gotta follow that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right. Well, you guys have a good night, man.
You too. All right, bye. All right. Sierra, you are next. Hey, Sierra.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for being here. Quick question. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Perfect. Are you okay with your story being on my YouTube channel? If not, I can edit this out, no problem. This is a safe space.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, you know the rules. It's all you.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
You're good. It's okay.
Okay, so I don't remember if it was the nighttime or daytime, but I was in my bed about to go to sleep, right? And suddenly, on my bed, I was laying on my back, okay? And suddenly, I hear this person walking right by where my fan was. And then all of a sudden it got turned off, like someone unplugged it. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's my aunt. But the weird thing is, the steps were heavy, like it was a heavy set man walking by my room. And then I remember like sitting up, and then it just stopped. And then I fell asleep, and then whatever time, day, night, or what night it was, I asked my aunt if it was her. I kept on asking her if it was her, and she kept on saying no. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's it.
No, for sure. Well, thank you for sharing, Sierra. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Take care. Have a wonderful night.
Wonderful night.
All right. All right, guys. Well, the queue is empty. If any of you have a story you'd like to share, just click the guest button down below. Would love to have you on. I also do ghost narrations or paranormal story narrations. So if you have a story that you'd like me to narrate and make a whole TikTok video about, it'll be shared on Instagram. It'll be shared on YouTube. DM it to me. Type it out. DM it to me. I run it through. Yeah, I heard you perfectly, Sierra. Yeah, you did great. Good job. You have a ghost story, TJ? Yeah, click the guest button down below. If you have a story you'd like me to narrate for like a TikTok video, I won't narrate it live on here because I have no access to my DMs. Once I get off live, I can see the DMs. But yeah. Yeah, you did good, Sierra. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, TJ Deposit. Click the guest button down below. Would love to have you on. Do you want me to invite you? Okay. But yeah, on Instagram, I'll request that you or request that you become a collaborator. That way, both of our audiences see it, and if you want to be anonymous, that is okay too. So, but yeah. I'm glad. That's good, Sierra. I'm happy for you. Yeah, no, Scorpio Star, come on up. Come on up. Gosh, the queues have been empty lately. I'm thankful for everyone that's come on, really. So, yeah.
Okay. Hello again. So I got another one.
Okay, go for it.
You guys, I'm a medium, so I have a lot. I've been like dealing with spirit my whole life, so I just want to make that clear. So, we were in Saratoga, and I was working the night shift because my dad used to go up there for work, and I would go with him. So I just came home. I was working 12 to 8, and I just went and finally laid down, and I started falling asleep, and I seen a man, like he was dressed like he was from World War II, and he was at the door. And mind you, my dad's a medium too, even though he's petrified of it. So he knocks at the door, and there's like all this gray smoke behind him, and he's like, "Excuse me, can you please help me? I'm lost." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't really know my way around here, so let me go get my dad real quick. Hold on." And I turned around, and I'm like, "Dad, come here." And I'm dreaming, but like I just fell asleep. But like I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping. I can't explain it.
Hold on,
And-
Scorpio Star. Hold on.
No problem. Sorry.
You're good. You're good, TJ. Do you mind muting yourself for a little bit? Because Scorpio Star's telling her story, and you will be right next.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, real quick. So
Just gonna
yeah,
follow along.
I turned around. And I'm like, "Dad, there's somebody here." And he goes to the door, and it's all clear, and there's nothing there. It's just like a clear blue sky day. And then I jumped up out of my sleep, and then like I thought at this point maybe something happened to my dad. What the heck was this? This is weird. So I'm calling my dad, blowing his phone up. And then his friend finally answered the phone. He's like, "What's the matter, Desiree? We're on our way to work. What's wrong?" I'm like, "Why is my dad not answering the phone?" He's like, "He's driving. Calm down. What's wrong?" And I told him because, he happened to be spiritual too. And he's like, "Oh." And then I found out, interestingly enough, but it definitely was not him. I found out a week later from my dad. He finally told me that his uncle, my grandmother's brother, was unalived in World War II.
Oh.
Yeah, but it and then I seen a picture. It definitely wasn't him though, but it was just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And like I definitely know it was a spirit, and I think maybe this person just had passed away. And the reason why I got my dad, I don't know, because in the dream maybe like my dad was supposed to help him cross over or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just creepy. But yeah, I got a lot of stories about Saratoga. If anybody that knows anything about that place is something else.
Yeah.
And I did not forget that story. I'm gonna give it to you.
No, for sure. No, like I said, no rush. And if a story pops in your head, you want to be a guest. Like, there's no time limit. So.
I know. I just feel weird. Like I don't want people to be like, "What? Are you making this stuff up at this point?" Like, I mean, I know my stuff is real, but I still get like, I don't know. I get weird sometimes. Like, how could all this happen to one person?
Yeah, I know.
But then again, I'm a medium, so I don't care. But then it's like at the same time, I do care. I can't explain it. Oh, real quick,
Yes.
I'll come back though because I see this girl wants to tell a story. But after, if there's nobody in here, I will tell another story. Okay?
Sounds good. Just
Okay.
guest
thank
up real quick. Yeah.
you. Okay.
Take care.
Thank
you. All right. All right. It's all you, TJ. Quick question. Are you okay with your story being on my YouTube channel? Can you hear me? TJ, are you there? Okay.
My earbuds out.
Oh, for sure. All right. You there? Your phone's messing up. Okay. Try guessing. Try. I'm gonna invite you one more time and see if that helps. Real quick. All right. Guests. TJ Deposit. There we go. Sent you an invite. Yeah. Perfect. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfectly, yes.
Okay, yay, sorry. I had to put my earbuds off my ears.
Real quick.
So,
real quick.
like her,
Real quick.
I was born with a gift.
Hold on, real quick. TJ,
uh-huh.
real quick. Are you okay with your story being on YouTube? Because this is all being
Absolutely.
streamed. Perfect. I know you're over 18, but how old are you? I have to ask to new people.
Oh, I'm in my early 40s. I'm 42.
Perfect. Thank you. You've heard the rules. Carry on.
Yep. So, I was born with a gift. Experienced many things in my life. I gotta say, one of the darkest places I ever been to that's kind of local to me. It really took me back, and I've never been to a place so dark in my life. And it was daytime. It was a hotel in Red Wing, Minnesota. I stopped there because that's where I worked later in the day. I do freelance home health care. And I was there taking a rest with my service dog, and I went to this place called the Parkway Motel. And mind you, it was middle of the day. She put me in room 33, the owner did. And this place, I couldn't be in more than a half an hour before I had to leave because it was so dark. It was physically sickening. And the room is literally a time capsule from the 70s because nobody can sit in it long enough to fix it. This I got from the owner. After I came out,
TJ?
I was not feeling right. It was broad daylight. I had every light on, every window open, every curtain, everything. It was still so dark in there. And this dark, I can't explain. Like, I've been through, I've experienced a lot of haunted and dark
Can you
things,
hear
but
me?
this,
Can you hear me?
something else.
TJ, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, try distancing your voice, your mouth from the speaker, because it sounds like you're like right on your phone.
Okay, is that better?
Way better. Yes. Carry on.
Okay, so I went to this place and I couldn't even be in the room more than a half an hour before I came out and talked to the owner. And I said, why did you put me in this room? And she wouldn't even go in there. And she knew exactly what I meant. I said, I'm sensitive to that kind of thing. And I go, why would you put me in there? She put me in a room 2 doors down, and this was a night and day difference. This was a brand new room. The energy was so much better. And I told her, I go, you got to fix that room or seal it off because there's something dark there. And I've never experienced anything like that. And it made me sick to my stomach physically. I've lived next to a funeral home most of my life. So I've dealt with wandering spirits and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
But this, I can't even explain how dark it was. I mean, you could look it up on Google. My review for it's on there. And, oh my gosh, if you ever get a chance, anybody near Red Wing, go to Parkway Motel, rent room 33, and you'll know exactly what I mean. I'd never been through anything so dark. And it was scary. It definitely shook me to my core. And I've seen a lot of really interesting things, but I highly recommend it. And by the way, there's also a haunted town right next to me too called Great Cloud Island Township. And don't even get me started there, man. Oh my gosh, if you look up Great Cloud Island, you'll see what I mean. It's an entire town that's haunted.
Oh, well, I believe it. Yeah.
And there's an active cult there too, and it's really creepy. I mean, you could Google all of it. It's all verified. Check it. I live right next to that. That's interesting too. And the most Indian burial mounds in the state are there.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my first time on something
You're
like this,
good,
so
you're
I'm a little
good.
nervous.
No, it's making me think of Pet Cemetery. So.
Oh my gosh, there is a haunted cemetery there too, and you have to look up the legend of it's a cemetery that's down there. It's very haunted at night. There's nuns buried there. It's creepy, to say the least. I've been by it my whole life. So yeah, anybody that's near Minnesota, go check it out because you'll know what I mean. And when you see the camp, turn around and go the other way right away. Because there'll be a white truck behind you in like 2 seconds. It scared me so many times. It is. It's an active KKK doomsday cult. I mean, there's movies made on it and everything.
TJ, real quick. I know, it's not your fault. It's try not to say that. Just say it's the it's a very it's
creepy.
Gosh, I don't know how you say that. You know, in more of like a
an active church group.
I love it. I love
the church group. It's my
cult.
fishing spot down there is by there, so that I go by there sometimes. You know, my favorite fishing spot like ever. But it's in the middle of that town, and it's an interesting place to say the least. And you'll see the church people. I mean, you'll know what I mean.
I love it.
Well, I thank you, and I hope you have a good one. Thank you for listening to my story.
No, for sure. I appreciate it. I am so unalived right now. I am so unalived right now. I'm sorry. That just caught me off. Oh, it's the church.
A fun, loving church group.
Yeah. No, I know what you're stepping on right there, for sure, man.
All right. Well, you have yourself a wonderful day.
You too, TJ. Take care.
Thank you.
I am so wow. It's like I don't disagree. All right. Yeah. Well, that being said, she is. I know she is. Martine. Martine. Oh my god. All right. Well, the queue is empty, guys. All sorts of stories are welcome. Paranormal related, of course. Everything that falls under paranormal is not just ghosts or hauntings. It could also be I see you, Scorpio Star, don't worry. It could also be aliens. It could also be cryptid encounters, a voice you heard, a shadow you saw, even if it's like a brief moment. I don't know, you're walking in the city, you see a shadow figure just watching you from a distance. Like, that's valid right there. Talk about it. Love to. Yeah, no kidding, TJ. That was right on the money. We're being general, of course, but yeah, that was right on the money right there, dude. I love it. All right, Scorpio Star, you are up. We have 17 minutes of the live left.
Hello. Real quick, when you tell my story, make sure you call them a church group. That was funny.
Oh my god.
That's how I want you to refer to them when I give you my story.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Make sure you put in parentheses too, like, hey, make sure you call this group, you know, this sort of church group.
So this place was in Saratoga too. So I went up one summer and I was annoyed with my dad because he told me to come up and I was going to do security this year. And I was fresh out of high school, so I went up there, took the class, did everything I had to do, and they couldn't find me a position. So I was really mad. And my dad's like, don't worry, Desiree, they'll find you something. Just give it a day or so. Mm-hmm. And if not, just, spend the summer up here with me and I'll take care of you. Because, I'm his only child. I'm a spoiled little brat. So anyway, that night, I'm in the bed, and I'm dreaming of this couple. And it's a man and it's a woman and he's dressed in a uniform, in the security uniform. And it's nighttime and he's with this girl and he has like this really cool car. And it was just like, I don't know, it was peaceful. And they were at my dad's post where my dad works. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think anything of it. And I woke up the next day and then the job called me and said, hey, Desiree, we got a position for you, but it's going to be 12 to 8. What do you think? I'm like, I'll take it. And they're like, it's at your dad's post, though. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take it. So I go to get my uniform that evening when my dad got out of work, whatever. And he's telling me about, his post, how it is at night, because we're dealing with $1 million horses here. Like, if you know anything about the Saratoga racetrack, these are $1 million horses. Like, they're thoroughbred horses or whatever. So he's telling me, don't be mean to people because I know you have temper and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, all of a sudden I said, Dad, I gotta tell you something. He's like, what? And I'm like, Dad, I dreamt of this man, and he looked like this, and I dreamt of this woman, and she looked like that. He's like, holy F, and he almost crashed the car. I was like, what's the matter? What is the problem? He's like, that was my friend Danny and his wife. He used to work at that post back in the day, and he was unalived in a car accident.
Okay.
And the car I described, and the car I described in the dream that I saw was the car he owned, and I described him down to the T. My dad was like, "Oh my God, I can't." Yeah.
Is the wife still with us?
I have no idea. I would have to ask him tomorrow, and I would let you know. I don't know if she's still with us, but I'm assuming maybe not. If I seen her too,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't think so, but I'll find out tomorrow.
Hey, Jax. Yeah, no kidding.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Really, my heart
So
really
it's
goes out to your
interesting.
dad. Really, thank you, Jax. I appreciate it. My heart really
Yeah,
goes out
my
to your
dad.
dad because, like, I can't imagine just like living in that kind of world, you know, and just it being more of a
He gets
plague
so
than
afraid.
anything, you know.
Yeah, he gets so afraid. I'm telling him, like, Dad, it's okay, but
Mhm.
he doesn't look at it like that. I don't know if it's because he grew up Catholic or, you know, and he went to Catholic school. I don't know if that's what the problem is or what, but he's petrified.
Yeah, I mean, the church really does do a lot. As a ex-Catholic, you know, confirmed. Also,
Yeah.
got my first communion, all that stuff. Went through the 9 yards. They say anything that's not of Christ is evil, you know. And I used to think very, very much like that. And yeah, no, I don't blame him for feeling like that. That's just how he's
Yeah.
brought up, you know. Thank
Yeah,
you,
like
Jack. I
he
appreciate it.
accepts me though. Like he
Yeah.
does accept me. It's like he finds that like I'll tell him things and I'm like, holy F, like
Mhm.
you know, I was like, wow. But yeah, for him, when he sees things, he tells me and gets scared. And I have to tell him that it's okay. Don't be scared. It's
Yeah.
okay. There's nothing to be scared about.
Yeah. So tell him he has my respect, all right?
I will tell him. I want him to come on here one day and maybe tell one of his stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have to walk him through it before he comes on here though and explains to him you can't curse and you have to treat it like you're talking to kindergartners.
I don't like how TikTok is set up like that. It's so just like, hey, tell your story, be you, but with the filter. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It grinds my gears really, because like I want to be me authentically, you know. We've talked on the phone
Yeah.
before, you know how I am. So
Yes, I get it. Real quick, I just want to tell one of his stories.
Go
So,
for it, yeah.
in Congress Park in Saratoga Springs, if anybody's seen that movie 21 Years a Slave or 12 Years a Slave, whatever it was,
12 years
it took
later.
place in the beginning. The beginning took place in that park, literally. And they say that park is haunted. And there is two statues there that shoot water at each other. And I think they call them Spick and Spack. I don't know why that's their names though.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was, you know, partaking in some adult beverages one night with his friend. And they were in that park because back then you could be in there at night. No more. You can't be in there at night. They said that these statues, like, because they're shooting water at each other, you can look it up.
Yeah.
And like this, I'll send you a picture when I, you know, later on. You can look at it. And they're shooting water at each other. And he said that the thing they were shooting water out went up and shot them in the face.
Ooh.
And they said they saw this. Like, and these things don't move. And I will show you a picture of these things when we get off of here.
These are statues,
And like,
right?
they're statues. Yeah, they're supposed to be like Greek mythology statues.
That's some like low key weeping angel stuff right there.
Really? I never heard of that.
Like
What is that?
weeping angel according to Doctor Who, of course, you know. But yeah, that's interesting.
Wow.
All
Yeah,
right.
he told me that story. I was like, damn. All right, thank you for
Yeah,
letting
of
me be here
course.
again.
So-
All right, hope everybody enjoyed it. Bye bye.
Yeah. Guys, follow Scorpio Star. She's a medium and she's awesome. She's been a great friend, and yeah, no, follow her. She's great, really. All right, we have time for about probably one more story because we have 10 minutes left of the live. Doctor Who reference, yeah. But yeah, thank you for the likes, everybody. And if you like this live, hit that like, tap the screen, give me all those hearts, and share this. Yeah, follow me if you like this stuff. Yeah, I do ghost story narrations as well. So, thank you, Sierra. Thank you so much, Hot Mess ASMR. Appreciate it. If you have a story you'd like me to narrate, DM it to me. Check out my profile. Some of my pinned videos are what my narrations are like, and if that's up to your, if that's your cup of tea, send me your story, and I would love to narrate it. I use this app, this background and everything. I like this candle right here, all that stuff. So, but yeah, send me your stories if you have any. It's funny because every TikTok live I always get a story, which is great. So, but yeah, let's see. I'll tell this one more story, one of my own experiences. So, yes, check out Sierra's story. My recent upload is her story. Check it out. It's on my profile. It's also on my Instagram. Follow my Instagram too if you want to see what else I'm up to aside from Ghost Story Lives, stuff like that, modeling, all that stuff. Yeah. Endless Night Vampire Ball. Woo! Yes. Anyway, so this story right here is the second time I believe I astral projected. So, took place in this room. I remember I was having a dream and I was in a basement. And really dark basement. And there are also basement doors at the bottom of this basement. The doors opened up and suddenly, like, I just got sucked in. And it was this, like, endless void of just a rainbow of rainbow colors everywhere. And I just kept falling. And it's that feeling you feel when one goes down a roller coaster, just endless though. It's like, oh my god, I'm falling, you know? And out of nowhere, I'm like, you know what? I'm making the best of it. If this is my last, this is my last moment alive, I'm just making the best of it. And as soon as I embrace that mindset, Ronnie James Dio, the original version of Holy Diver, starts playing in the atmosphere and loud, and I'm like, this is so cool, right? So the next moment, I'm in front of my house and it's raining, and I just felt the urge just to yell out, "Hail Thor!" right? And lightning struck my house. And that's when I woke up, funny enough. Last night I was live, right? And one of my followers, she came on, she was like, I think that was Bitfrost. And Thor being connected to that, that's interesting. Bitfrost is the bridge that leads to Asgard in Norse mythology, just for those who don't know. So yeah, that was my experience right there. I just asked my dad, and she passed as well. Okay, when he did, they passed. Okay, for sure, Scorpio Star. Thank you for telling me. But yeah, that's my last experience of astral projecting. Funny enough, I think it's gonna happen again sometime in my lifetime, but I'm not in control of this. I know there's a way to do it. There's plenty of ways to do it. I just don't know how. I just hope that next time it does happen, I have all my guardians here with me and someone is guiding me. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're at the end of the live, guys. It's just 5 minutes left, so I'm just gonna close with these two messages. Whew. First message. I know there's so many steps on YouTube. I know, none of them work for me. I've looked up so many, even guided meditations, yes. So, I don't think I'll be able to. Yeah, Sierra, I've been told that when one wants to astral project, they have to imagine like a rope that's tied around their body that's attached to their souls. That way they're able to go and bounce back. Also, also keep your body safe. Also, like summon a guardian, like a spirit guide, whatever faith system you believe in, summon one of them, and they're supposed to be there to help guide you through the process, through the experience. That way that you're nice and safe. So, but yes, part of me is curious, but like most of me doesn't want to do that because it's just, I don't want to come back broken. You know what I mean? So, anyway, first message though, guys. If you're going through a mental health crisis, please contact the number 988. It is the National Self-Unalive Hotline. The reason why I bring this up is because I've had followers follow me on Instagram and call me, and they were ready to do this to themselves. For sure, Hot Mess. More power to you. Yeah, they're about to do this to themselves, and they're still with us, thankfully. But I had to tell her, look, I'm not a professional. I'm flattered. Exactly. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not. I'm being real. But if you're going through this again, please contact them, not me. Once again, I only say that because I'm not a professional. Plus, I'll be honest, I have this barrier right here that separates TikTok, social media, from my personal life. And I just say that out of self-respect for myself as well. But yes, contact 988 if you're going through a mental health crisis. It's okay. I've talked to them in the past, and there's nothing wrong with doing so. We're only human. There's days where we feel really great, and out of nowhere, just one anxiety attack right here. Out of all of them, just this one right here, one of the rare ones, just plateaus, and it could be a bit much to handle. And some of us don't have a support system. These people are there for you, all right? They're not there to judge you. They're not there to label you. They're not there to be your shrink. No, they're there to just hear you out. That's it. Their job is to make sure that you keep your feet on the ground. That's it. Keep your feet on the ground. Make sure you make it through the night. And if you want resources, they'll gladly provide them. But please, just, if you're going through a crisis, reach out for help, please. And sweetest people you ever talk to, really. Another thing too, it doesn't have to be like a crazy bad day too. It could just be like, woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Someone told you the wrong thing. Someone gave you the bird on the road. Someone got into an argument with your best friend, co-worker, boss, your partner, family members. Give them a call. Give them a call. They're there to hear you out. Also, if you're a veteran, they have a line especially for them. They'll connect you to it once you call the number. I'm a veteran. Second message. Break the chains that bind you. Keep moving forward in life, even if it's just baby steps. Look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of how far you made it, and show yourself the love for it. You owe it to you to not let the thoughts win. Live with conviction, and remember, it can't rain all the time. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I will be on tomorrow and Friday. Another thing too, guys, on Sunday, I will be taking off to Europe. I'll be gone for about 2.5 weeks. I will not be live according to the schedule. I will be posting videos of my travels. But Sunday, I'm taking off to Europe. And thank you, Martin. And my schedule generally, though, is Tuesdays to Fridays, 7 p.m. Pacific time to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Because I'm here on the West Coast. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful sleep. And thank you. Jesus loves Virgil. I appreciate it. Yeah. Air hugs to everybody. Good night. I'm about to get off, but Timmy, take care, bro.